Hey there, Paul Rhodes for a Maintenance Mindset Minute brought to you today by AppWork. I just left a retail store to rent a tool and something happened. I am very, very fond of saying I love hating technology. And at the same time, I hate that I love technology. You see, I went in to go rent a large piece of equipment that I need for a job I'm working on, and unfortunately, the entire computer system for the rental store was down. And the gentleman behind the counter was very apologetic. He provided really, really good service with a great explanation. The only problem was he couldn't do anything. Their system is so embedded with technology that the entire operation has to shut down if the computer system goes down, and he's left with zero recourse, no way of doing anything and getting me the piece of equipment. And as such, as the customer, I now have to either figure out a solution or the job I'm working on gets delayed. Now, it got me started thinking. On our properties, our maintenance operations are almost completely and totally tied to our digital systems. Whichever property management software you use and whichever particular app or data collection tool that we're using in organization is how we run our systems. But my question to you today is, where's the backup? Like all technology, everything can fail. It all can go bad unintentionally. And I know it's not malicious in intent, but the reality is our residents provide and expect service. I'm not complaining so much that we're tied to data because it's a great tool. It's fantastic. Actually, my thought for you today in this minute is, what's your backup plan? When technology fails, how do we make it work? Years ago, I managed a bookstore. And at the time I was managing this bookstore, credit card instant terminals were just becoming a thing. My store had the original credit card ka-chunk machine that you put the card inside and then you run the scratch across, which would embed the image of the raised surface of the credit card into the carbon paper. We had to have a backup of that carbon paper even after we transitioned to the technology of swiping the card. And then eventually that went away. But I do remember that when the phone lines would go down, or when for whatever reason the computer system failed, we had a backup. We kept a crayon behind the counter so that we could put the credit card down on any piece of paper and make a rubbing of the surface. That was our backup, and we could continue doing business. So in the same way, for your property, what is your backup that allows you to continue to do business when technology fails? Because Murphy's Law says that technology will fail at the worst possible moment. My challenge to you today is, when our apps and our digital systems fail, when the Excel spreadsheet is unattainable, or for whatever reason we don't have technology, can our residents still get a hold of us to tell us that they have an issue or a problem for us to fix? The ones that we already have in place, work order wise or the request wise, can we access those even without technology somehow, maybe through apps or phones or mobile means? And the third thing, what about access control? If your keys are in a drawer system or a digital system, do you have a backup in order to get those keys to have access to that apartment? Just a couple of things to think about for maintaining our maintenance systems. Thank you for joining me today. And regarding that technology, check out AppWork, appworkco.com. They gamify maintenance and they provide business intelligence for maintenance operations. appworkco.com. Thanks again. I'll see you somewhere.